What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, former undisputed light heavyweight world champion, future Hall of Famer, Artur Beterbiev, 21 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 20 wins by way of knockout. Artur Beterbiev, he calls out the Mexican Ecuadorian monster, David Benavidez, after David Benavidez beat a guy that he previously beat. David Benavidez is now 31 wins, no losses, no draw, 25 wins by way of knockout, after he just stopped and knocked out Anthony Gawd in the 7th round this past Saturday, right? Anthony Gawd, he fought Artur Beterbiev in January of 2023, and he got knocked out in the 8th round of the fight. Now, David Benavidez is announcing that he's going to face off against unified cruiserweight world champion Zurdo Ramirez in May, right? So he's saying he's going up to cruiserweight to fight Zurdo Ramirez in May. And so Artur Beterbiev, who doesn't do a lot of talking, he took to social media and he responded. He stated, "I'm responding to all the people that keep asking me about the performance David Benavidez had against Anthony Gawd. He did it a round earlier. I did it years earlier," right? He says, "But me versus him, isn't that what y'all should be talking about? Instead of him versus Gawd and him versus Zurdo Ramirez, what you should be talking about is me versus him. Isn't that the best fight?" Wow. So with that said, again, like I stated, I cannot understand. So again, like I stated, David Benavidez should be fighting the best at 175. Now, shouts out to L-Dub Boxing, the Boxing Plug, because he informed me that they have a plan in place that after David Benavidez fights Zurdo Ramirez in May, that he's supposed to come back down and fight Artur Beterbiev, win, lose, or draw, and or Dmitry Bivol. The problem is, like I stated in my last video, is that, and my brother L-Dub agrees with me, is that once David Benavidez goes up to cruiserweight, that's 200 pounds. He already has, this is no slight or disrespect because David Benavidez, Jose Benavidez Jr. and Sr. know I got nothing but love for them. David Benavidez is one of my favorite fighters. Got nothing but love for David Benavidez. But the facts are, we can clearly see he has issues with discipline in between fights. He balloons up. He was extremely heavy before this fight with Anthony Gawd. He was extremely out of shape. This is something he has been dealing with since he was a child. And you can clearly see that he is still dealing with it now. He lost his title on the scale at 168 was the whole reason. Now, we was dealing with a global pandemic and the lockdown and social distancing. So I gave him a pass for that because everything was weird. The whole world was weird, right? But he lost his belt on the scale then. That's the whole reason why Canelo Alvarez was even able to fight for the belt and strategically maneuver around him, because he missed weight. And he lost his belt the first time due to recreational drugs use. So therefore, what he's doing is he is not disciplined in between fights. He's dealing with those demons of food, and those things are seeming to be comfort foods, right? He's an emotional eater, I can tell, because the fact that he went to substance, that's emotional escape. He's been dealing with issues with his weight since a child, and he's been dealing with things since he was a child, right? And so 175, you can see when he was in camp, he was extremely out of shape. And now to go to cruiserweight, 200 pounds, that's an extra 25 pounds he don't have to cut. He said that he was going to rehydrate for this fight with Gawd at least to 190. So that means if he was rehydrating to 190, he going to walk around at 215, 220. And if he only got to make weight at 200 pounds, I highly doubt that he's going to be able to come back down to 175 pounds, lose 25 more pounds. I just cannot see it. So these are legacy fights. Artur Beterbiev is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Or maybe not first ballot, but he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Dimitri Bivol is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, I believe. Right? He has more significant, he beat Artur Beterbiev and Canelo Alvarez, right? So if you are David Benavidez, you want to collect those two legacy fights before you go to cruiserweight, and you ain't got to worry about coming back down to light heavyweight. You go to cruiserweight, you ain't got to worry about coming back down to light heavyweight. You already accomplished everything you needed to accomplish at light heavyweight. You beat David Morrell, Artur Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol, Anthony Gawd, and Alexander Gawd. Those were the three champions. Was Alexander Gawd, Dimitri Bivol, Artur Beterbiev, and Sergey Kovalev. Sergey Kovalev is long gone, right? But you got three of those four reigning, the guys that ruled that division. The only loss they have is to each other. The only loss Alexander Gawd had was to Artur Beterbiev. You beat him. The only loss Bivol has is to Artur Beterbiev, and the only loss Beterbiev has is to Dimitri Bivol. So you get to be the separator and beat all of them, like Manny Pacquiao did, where he beat Morales, Barrera, and Marquez. Now, they beat each other, but he beat all of them until Marquez moved up to welterweight and finally got that knockout victory in the fourth and final fight. But it took him 4 fights to get that, while they was beating each other. You were able to achieve what Manny Pacquiao achieved. That makes you a 2-division champion, undisputed at light heavyweight. Then you go to cruiserweight, and you can eat as much as you want in between fights and only got to cut down to 200 pounds. And he's already talking about moving up to heavyweight. There's only 2 real names at cruiserweight, Jai Opetaia and Ramirez. And everybody wants to see Opetaia versus Ramirez. I get it. Mexican versus Mexican, Cinco de Mayo weekend. I get it. But it's a much bigger fight for those guys. So it doesn't make sense to me, other than lack of discipline, that you would even consider fighting Zurdo Ramirez over fighting Artur Beterbiev. And Artur Beterbiev is making it clear he's open to fighting right now. Dimitri Bivol had back surgery, so we don't know exactly when he's coming back. But Artur Beterbiev is open to fighting right now. Some people thought Artur Beterbiev won the second fight with Dimitri Bivol. I'm not one of them. I thought Bivol pulled it out. But you get a chance to do something nobody's ever done. You can stop Artur Beterbiev. Then you fight Dimitri Bivol for undisputed. Then you move up to cruiserweight. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Make it make sense. But Artur Beterbiev is calling him out. Let's see how this... David Benavidez don't duck nothing. He don't turn down nothing but his collar. The only reason that this is even in consideration, I believe, is because of discipline. He don't want to cut the weight, period. But let me know what y'all think, man. He's already talking about going to heavyweight, cruiserweight. Let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.